Human beings have been captivated by the danger that follows having close contact with sharks in their abode. They have a reason for that because close contact entails significant risks, and they are more like the stories I'm about to tell you. If they had the chance, each victim would undoubtedly express regret over their proximity to these formidable predators. Ava Sinclair, a 20-year-old nursing student from San Francisco, leads a dual life as an Instagram model. Born into a family of 5, she balances her studies at the University of California with her thriving career in modeling. Despite her young age, Ava possesses a maturity and drive that set her apart from her peers. While her classmates spend their weekends socializing, Ava juggles photo shoots and castings, honing her craft and building her brand on social media. But amidst the glitz and glamour of the fashion world, Ava remains grounded in her studies. Despite the demands of her modeling career, Ava is determined to pursue her education and make a difference in the lives of others. Balancing her academic responsibilities with modeling gigs is no easy feat, but Ava thrives on the challenge. Whether studying for exams or strutting down the runway, she approaches each task with the same dedication and determination. Despite the glamorous facade of Ava's life on social media, she grapples with the same struggles and setbacks that plague any young woman chasing her dreams. Behind the perfectly curated photos and polished captions lie moments of doubt, insecurity, and fear. In those moments of vulnerability, Ava finds solace and support in the unwavering love and encouragement of her boyfriend, Mike. Mike is more than just a supportive partner. He is Ava's rock, her pillar of strength in times of adversity. Whether she's facing a challenging photo shoot or wrestling with self-doubt, Mike is always there by her side, offering a steady hand and a reassuring smile. Mike's support goes beyond mere words of encouragement. He is a true partner in every sense of the word, willing to roll up his sleeves and lend a helping hand whenever Ava needs it most. Their relationship is a testament to the power of love and teamwork, a partnership forged in the fires of adversity and strengthened by a shared commitment to each other's happiness and success. Together, Ava and Mike are an unstoppable force, navigating the ups and downs of life with grace, resilience, and unwavering devotion to one another. After wrapping up the semester exams at the University of California, Mike received an unexpected call from his dad inviting him to join the family on a vacation to the Bahamas. Thrilled by the prospect of a tropical getaway, Mike eagerly asked if his girlfriend Ava could come along. To his delight, his dad readily agreed, extending the invitation to Ava without hesitation. With excitement coursing through his veins, Mike couldn't wait to embark on this adventure with the most important people in his life. The anticipation bubbled within them as Mike, Ava, Mike's parents, and his 2 siblings boarded the plane bound for the Bahamas, ensuring all necessary airport procedures were smooth. Ava informed her parents about her trip, and her mother even lent a hand in packing her luggage, eager for her daughter to savor the getaway. As the plane taxied along the runway and ascended into the sky, Ava felt a familiar thrill coursing through her veins. Although she had traveled by air before, the prospect of visiting the Bahamas felt almost surreal. Every moment of their journey seemed ripe for sharing on Ava's Instagram page, each post promising to attract more followers enchanted by nature's allure. Touching down at the Bahamas airport, the family retrieved their luggage, connected with their vacation guide, and hopped into a taxi bound for their pre-booked hotel. The first day was dedicated to relaxation and exploring the opulent 5-star accommodations. But the real adventure awaited them on the second day when they ventured out to embrace the azure waters surrounding the island. Selecting Staniel Cay for its proximity and distinct charm, the family eagerly embarked on their aquatic escapade. With her waterproof camera, Ava captured countless moments with Mike's assistance, eager to document their adventures for her social media audience. Little did she know this outing would impart one of life's most poignant lessons. Ava's desire to frolic with the nurse sharks, touted as a safe and enjoyable activity by locals, led her to the water's edge. With the guidance of their vacation guide and a team of adept divers, Ava plunged into the ocean, hoping to immortalize her interactions with the sharks on camera. However, fate had a different plan in store. In an unexpected turn of events, a bull shark stealthily approached Ava, its presence unbeknownst to the vigilant divers. With a swift and ferocious strike, the shark clamped its teeth onto Ava's arm, sending shockwaves of panic rippling through the surrounding swimmers. As screams pierced the air, Ava grappled with the predator, fighting to break free from its relentless grip. Mike's father, capturing the ordeal on his phone, watched in disbelief as the scene unfolded before his eyes. Though shaken, the vacation guide reassured the family that his team would swiftly intervene to rescue Ava from the predator's clutches. The harrowing struggle ensued as Ava battled to free herself from the shark's grasp, her heart pounding with adrenaline-fueled determination. With the diver's timely intervention, Ava managed to extricate herself from the shark's jaws, her bloodied arm serving as a testament to her tenacity. Mike rushed to her side, cradling her injured arm as they made their way to the safety of the shore. Though the injury was minor, it necessitated immediate medical attention, prompting their swift departure to a nearby clinic at the marina. The gravity of the situation prompted a meeting with Arkham Chase, the owner of Staniel K. Marina, to discuss the inherent risks of shark encounters in the area. Despite claims of warning signs posted around the marina, Ava maintained she had not seen any indication of potential danger. Further examination revealed remnants of shark teeth embedded in Ava's arm, underscoring the urgent need for medical intervention. With a heavy heart, Ava bid farewell to her truncated Bahamas vacation, the lingering scars serving as a poignant reminder of the peril she had narrowly escaped. Though saddened by the abrupt end to her idyllic getaway and apprehensive about the potential impact on her budding modeling career, Ava found solace in the fact that she had emerged from the ordeal relatively unscathed. As she embarked on the journey back home for further treatment, she reflected on the fragility of life and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Lucas Gray was no ordinary documentary filmmaker. He was a fearless adventurer on a mission to capture the most breathtaking footage of wildlife and wild animals in their natural habitats. From elephants to lions to tigers and beyond, Lucas had faced some of the world's most formidable creatures, constantly pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible in wildlife filmmaking. What set Lucas apart from his peers was his talent behind the camera and his willingness to put his life on the line in pursuit of the perfect shot. While other filmmakers might opt for safer distances, Lucas thrived on the adrenaline rush of getting up close and personal with his subjects, often placing himself in harm's way to capture the raw intensity of the animal kingdom. In the end, Lucas's work spoke for itself. His films were celebrated not just for their stunning visuals and heart-pounding action, but for the humanity and depth he brought to his subjects. Through his lens, viewers were transported to a world where the line between man and beast blurred, where the majesty of nature reigned supreme. And though Lucas's adventures may have taken him to the very edge of danger, he always returned home with a newfound appreciation for the world around him, ready to embark on his next great adventure and capture the wonders of the natural world for all to see. But one day his stance changed, and he valued safety more. It was around 2008 when he made a month's journey to one of the South African national parks to capture the wild animals. While at the park, he did brunch at a restaurant to have his food and drink, and that's where he met some folks, and they became friends. While gisting one day, they mentioned the shark alley with abundant sharks and an excellent opportunity to capture the essence of underwater. Lucas was keen on discovering what the underwater holds, and having a video of the shark and an opportunity was presented to him like this, he quickly grasped it. After discussing with the guy, they decided to go to the area and get permission and other materials that would be needed. Lucas wanted to explore during the night when the sharks were mostly active. It would be completely new information. The next day they prepared, and with his crew they set to the water. He was to go underwater while he stayed inside an iron cage for protection. A remote button was with him which he would press if he wanted the cage to be raised. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a blanket of darkness over the waters of South Africa's Shark Alley. Lucas felt excitement as he prepared to embark on his most ambitious project yet, a documentary on great white sharks at night. With a team of seasoned divers and state-of-the-art equipment, Lucas was determined to capture never-before-seen footage of these elusive predators in their natural habitat. Armed with specialized underwater lighting and an unwavering sense of adventure, he descended into the depths of Shark Alley, eager to begin filming. The anticipation hung thick as Lucas and his crew made their final preparations. As the cage was lowered into the water, the cool embrace of the ocean enveloped him, sending a shiver down his spine. His heart pounded in his chest as he adjusted his camera, ready to capture every moment of the nocturnal spectacle. As the darkness enveloped him, Lucas felt a sense of exhilaration, unlike anything he had ever experienced. But amidst the beauty and wonder, Lucas knew that danger lurked just beyond the reach of his lights. Lucas's senses were heightened with every flicker of movement in the shadows, his instincts on high alert. He knew that one wrong move could spell disaster. In Shark Alley, great white sharks reigned supreme, their sleek forms slicing through the water with deadly precision. It was a place of unparalleled beauty and unfathomable peril, where the line between life and death was razor-thin. Undeterred by the risks, Lucas pressed on, his camera rolling as he documented the mesmerizing dance of the great whites in the darkness, while he stayed inside an iron cage with a rope tied to it. With each passing moment, he felt a sense of euphoria wash over him, fueled by the adrenaline of the hunt and the thrill of the chase. But as the night wore on, Lucas's sense of invincibility began to wane. In the distance, he spotted a shadowy figure lurking in the depths. A massive great white shark, its predatory gaze fixed on him with chilling intensity. This was no ordinary shark. It was an apex predator renowned for its size, speed, and deadly efficiency. As the great white shark drew closer, Lucas's heart pounded in his chest, the adrenaline coursing through his veins as he braced himself for the inevitable confrontation. But when the shark made its move, it was not Lucas it targeted, but the cage that housed him. With a bone-rattling crash, the great white slammed into the cage, its mighty jaws gnashing at the bars with terrifying ferocity. In an instant, the cage was reduced to twisted metal, its once solid structure now a tangle of jagged edges and broken dreams. Panic surged through Lucas as he realized the gravity of his situation. With his exit blocked and his oxygen running low, he knew that he had to act fast if he hoped to escape the jaws of the great white. He began formulating a plan based on his years of experience and a calm mind. His emergency remote device fell into the ocean's depth due to the first unexpected attack. If not, he would have pressed it and pulled up the cage. Another crushing attack by the shark jolted Lucas back to reality. The shark tried to shrink the cage and swallow it with the inhabitant, causing more damage. Those on the vessel were concerned with what may be happening underwater as the rope kept moving erratically. After a while, they decided to pull the cage up because their boss might be in danger. However, it was more challenging than that. The pulley couldn't pull the cage up no matter how hard they tried, and this is because the shark had clamped its teeth on the cage and pulled it as the crew tried to pull it out. Lucas didn't fail to capture the moment and how the shark opened its large jaw to swallow the cage several times. But seeing this struggle might result in his death because his oxygen is deficient. Lucas successfully tried to force himself out of the cage through the space between the iron rods. Luckily, he was slim and had his oxygen tank off, which is a risk he was determined to undergo. Relying on his years of experience, he removed the rope hook cage and held onto it, and his crew pulled it up. Pulling it up was so light that they thought the rope had cut and Lucas was gone, only to see him emerge from the water battered and weak. As he emerged from the water, gasping for air, he felt a surge of relief washes over him. He had escaped the jaws of the great white, but at a near-catastrophic cost. As Lucas was pulled aboard the research vessel, he knew he had captured some of the most breathtaking footage of his career. But more than that, he had survived an encounter with one of the ocean's most feared predators, emerging more robust and more determined than ever to continue pushing the boundaries of human exploration. Dr. Natalie Chen, a zoologist, gazed out of the small research vessel as it cut through the calm waters of the Pacific Ocean. The warm breeze tousled her hair as she scanned the horizon, excitement coursing through her veins. She was finally on her way to the remote Pacific island she had dreamed of studying for years. As the island loomed closer, Natalie's anticipation grew. She had heard tales of its pristine beauty and unique ecosystem and is bound to experience it now. Stepping onto the island's sandy shore, Natalie was greeted by a group of indigenous islanders. Their weathered faces bore the marks of a life in harmony with nature, and Natalie felt a deep respect for their connection to the land and sea. Before delving into her research expedition, Dr. Natalie Chen saw the opportunity as a chance to escape the demanding pace of life in America and the confines of her institute. Eager to immerse herself in the local culture, she wasted no time sampling some of the region's most exotic delicacies and embarking on thrilling adventures. One of Natalie's escapades led her deep into the heart of the jungle, where she encountered a local tribe known for their ancient traditions and deep connection to the land. In a quaint village nestled among the trees, she was welcomed with open arms and treated to a feast fit for a queen. From succulent roasted meats to fragrant spices and vibrant vegetables, Natalie indulged her senses in a symphony of flavors unlike anything she had ever experienced. But it was not just the food that captured Natalie's attention. It was the warmth and hospitality of the people she met along the way. Through shared meals and laughter-filled conversations, she forged bonds that transcended language and culture, finding a sense of belonging in a place far from home. Another unforgettable adventure took Natalie to the edge of a towering cliff overlooking a pristine lagoon, its crystal-clear waters shimmering in the sunlight. With a sense of exhilaration coursing through her veins, she plunged into the depths below, immersing herself in the cool embrace of the ocean. As she swam among schools of colorful fish and danced with the gentle currents, Natalie felt a profound connection to the natural world around her. Moments like these, moments of pure, unadulterated joy, reminded her why she had embarked on this journey in the first place. But amidst the beauty and wonder of her surroundings, Natalie's curiosity was piqued by tales of a legendary shark roaming the lagoon's waters. According to the locals, this mythical creature was revered as a guardian of the sea. Its presence was believed to bring prosperity and abundance to the lagoon's ecosystem. Despite the locals' warnings, Natalie remained undeterred in her quest to explore the mysteries of the underwater world because she had to report back at the Institute. With a steely determination and an insatiable thirst for knowledge, she developed a penchant for uncovering the truth behind the legend of the guardian shark, eager to unravel the secrets of the lagoon's delicate ecosystem. With the help of her newfound companions, Natalie set up her research base camp near the lagoon. She wasted no time immersing herself in her studies, eager to unravel the secrets of this enigmatic ecosystem. Days turned into weeks as Natalie and her team researched, meticulously documenting the myriad species that called the lagoon home. But as they delved deeper into their studies, Natalie couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. Strange fluctuations in water temperature and dissolved oxygen levels hinted at an underlying imbalance in the ecosystem. Natalie knew this imbalance could have devastating consequences if left unchecked for the lagoon and its inhabitants. Determined to uncover the cause of these anomalies, Natalie ventured deeper into the lagoon, her senses heightened by urgency. Suddenly, she felt a presence behind her and saw a massive shadow gliding through the water. Heart-pounding, Natalie watched in awe as the legendary guardian shark emerged from the depths, its sleek form cutting through the water with effortless grace. The islanders' tales had been confirmed. The guardian of the lagoon stood before her, a silent sentinel watching over its domain. Through years of experience in the water, Natalie remained motionless, disguising herself as a lifeless body. The massive shark approached, circling her for an eternity before eventually swimming away. Relieved that the danger had passed, Natalie hastily made her way out of the water. Despite her familiarity with sharks, she had never encountered one as imposing as this. Curiosity gnawed at her, and Natalie was determined to capture footage of the colossal creature to study at the Institute. The following day, she and her team made preparations, gearing up with scuba diving equipment and ensuring they had a compatible camera for underwater filming. With a rope tied around her for safety, Natalie descended into the depths again. After scouring the waters, Natalie finally spotted the enormous shark, its presence looming ominously before her. However, her decision to venture closer proved to be a grave mistake. Sensing her movement, the shark abruptly turned towards her, its massive form bearing upon her with alarming speed. Realizing her error, Natalie panicked and began swimming frantically back towards the vessel's safety. But the shark, now agitated by her presence, pursued her relentlessly. Just as Natalie reached the surface and her crew extended a helping hand, the shark caught up to her, clamping its teeth onto her swim fin. In a heart-stopping struggle, Natalie fought to free herself, the adrenaline coursing through her veins as she wrestled with the mighty predator. With a final burst of effort, she managed to break free, her swim fin torn but her spirit undaunted. Though physically spent, Natalie felt a surge of satisfaction knowing she had captured the coveted footage. However, her triumph was short-lived as the locals, angered by her actions, forbade her from conducting further research on the island. Despite the setback, Natalie had acquired more than she had bargained for, her encounter with the formidable shark serving as a testament to the unpredictable nature of the ocean's inhabitants. The debate surrounding human survival instinct has long fascinated researchers and scientists worldwide. With each passing year, new hypotheses emerge, each seeking to shed light on the mysterious workings of the human mind in the face of adversity. At one of the leading research institutes in America, the quest to unravel the secrets of human survival took on a new dimension. Armed with a desire to put theory into practice, the institute announced a daring experiment, a challenge to test the limits of human endurance and resilience in the most extreme conditions imaginable. Dean Armstrong is an elite hunter and survival expert renowned for his unparalleled skills in the wild. With a reputation for daring escapades and a track record of success in the most challenging environments, Dean was the perfect candidate for the Institute's ambitious experiment. Summoned to undertake the mission of a lifetime, Dean was offered a prize of $2 million, a compelling incentive that spoke to his adventurous spirit and thirst for challenge. But for Dean, the real prize lay not in the promise of riches, but in the opportunity to push himself to the limits and emerge victorious against all odds. For Dean, survival was more than just a skill, a way of life. From a young age, he had honed his abilities in the wild, learning to navigate treacherous terrain and outsmart even the most cunning predators. With a keen eye for detail and a cool head under pressure, Dean had earned a reputation as one of the world's most formidable hunters and survivalists. But this would be his greatest challenge yet. Tasked with surviving in the harshest environments, Dean would be pushed to the brink of his abilities, testing his strength, resilience, and will to stay in the face of overwhelming odds. Dean Armstrong stood on the sandy shores of the deserted island, the helicopter's roar fading into the distance as he took in his surroundings. With only crude tools, a machete, a fire starter, and a makeshift spear fashioned from driftwood, Dean knew that the next month would test his limits like never before. Dean felt a surge of excitement mingled with apprehension as the helicopter disappeared from view, leaving him alone on the island. The salty breeze brushed against his rugged features, igniting a primal instinct within him as he prepared to embark on the ultimate test of survival. In those early days, Dean's routine was simple yet demanding. Each morning he would rise with the sun, the soft light filtering through the canopy of trees overhead as he set about his daily tasks. Building shelter, foraging for food, and purifying water became his priorities as he settled into the rhythm of life on the island. But as the days turned into weeks, Dean's resolve was tested. Food became scarce, and each meal was a hard-won victory against the elements. With his makeshift spear, he ventured into the jungle and water for sustenance, stalking his prey with the skill and precision of a seasoned hunter. But survival on the island was not just about physical endurance, but also a test of mental fortitude. Although it wasn't easy, Dean endured everything. The Research Institute only came once every 2 days to check how he was faring, and there were just 2 weeks left to complete the 1-month task. That fateful morning, he went to the vast water to swim. Since there was no soap to lather his body and no one to gaze at him, he removed all his clothes and dived into the water. When he ventured into the water, his sense of tranquility was shattered. After a while, he encountered a pack of cunning hammerhead sharks patrolling the waters surrounding the island. He escaped that day, and Dean underestimated the sharks, confident in his ability to outmaneuver them. However, he soon realized these predators were unlike any he had encountered. They were intelligent, relentless, and determined to assert their dominance over the intruder in their territory. The sharks began a dangerous game of cat and mouse, testing Dean's skills and instincts at every turn. Each time he ventured into the water to fish or collect resources, he could sense their presence lurking beneath the surface, their sleek forms moving with eerie precision. Dean's encounters with the sharks became increasingly difficult as the days passed brutal. On one occasion, he narrowly escaped being ambushed by a hammerhead lurking in the shadows, its jagged teeth mere inches from his flesh. Another time he sustained a deep gash on his leg when a shark lunged at him unexpectedly, its razor-sharp teeth tearing through his skin. Despite his injuries, Dean refused to back down, determined to prove himself against the formidable predators. But as the weeks wore on, fatigue and exhaustion began to take their toll. He found himself constantly on edge, haunted by the relentless pursuit of the sharks. To outsmart his adversaries, Dean constructed makeshift traps and barricades to deter the sharks from approaching the shore. He honed his senses, listening for the telltale signs of their presence and scanning the horizon for any movement. But disaster struck just when he thought he had gained the upper hand. It was the last day he'd spent on the island, and he went into the water to get shellfish and other sea animals for his family. While diving for shellfish in a remote cove, Dean was blindsided by a massive hammerhead. Its powerful jaws clamped down on his arm with bone-crushing force. He thrashed and fought with all his might, but the shark refused to release its grip, dragging him deeper into the murky depths. In desperation, Dean remembered his dagger and plunged it into the shark's side, unleashing a flurry of bubbles as blood mingled with the surrounding water. Miraculously, the shark released him and swam off into the darkness, leaving Dean battered and bruised but alive. As he surfaced gasping for air, Dean knew that he had come perilously close to meeting his end. But even in adversity, he refused to surrender to despair. With grim determination, he returned to shore, nursing his wounds and vowing to continue the fight for survival. After tying some part of his torn cloth on his wounds, he lay down on the sand, waiting for rescue or death. That was when the helicopter arrived and landed. Seeing Dean lying on the ground without standing, they thought he had died, and they ran to him. There they discovered he made it. His body was battered, but his spirit was unbroken. He had endured the ultimate test of survival, facing down the merciless jaws of death and emerging more vital for the experience. He was carried into the helicopter, and as the copter flew away, he looked out at the vast expanse of the ocean stretching before him. He knew that he had conquered the sharks and his inner demons. Eliza Ward was no stranger to pushing the limits of human endurance. As a seasoned free diver, she had conquered some of the world's most challenging underwater environments, from Antarctica's icy depths to the South Pacific coral reefs. Her unwavering determination and exceptional skills had earned her a reputation as one of the most fearless explorers of her generation. But there are some adventures one should avoid undertaking. Eliza later discovered that. But what had become of her? Let's get on with it. Despite facing numerous diving challenges throughout her career, Eliza had never experienced the fabled Blue Hole in Belize. From her early training days, she had yearned to explore its depths, drawn by its mysterious allure and the thrill of the unknown. But her trainer had always forbidden her from venturing near it, citing the tragic fates of several professional divers who had failed to return from its depths. To Eliza, however, their failures only fueled her determination. In her eyes, they were not skilled enough to conquer the Blue Hole, but she was. With each passing day, her desire to explore its depths grew stronger, a burning obsession that consumed her thoughts and fueled her dreams. Despite the warnings and cautions of those around her, Eliza remained undeterred. She knew that the Blue Hole held the key to unlocking secrets of the underwater world that had eluded her for so long, and she was determined to claim them as her own. Eliza's resolve grew stronger as she trained and prepared for the day she would finally embark on her journey to the Blue Hole. She spent countless hours honing her diving skills, pushing herself to the limit in pursuit of perfection. The Blue Hole beckoned to Eliza like a siren song, its mysterious depths calling out to her with an irresistible allure. Few had dared to venture into its cavernous depths, but Eliza was undeterred. She had spent years honing her craft, mastering the art of freediving and studying the intricacies of marine behavior. She believed herself capable of conquering the Blue Hole and unlocking its secrets once and for all. Accompanied by her manager, a team of support divers, and a surveillance team equipped with state-of-the-art monitoring devices, Eliza embarked on her quest to reach the bottom of the Blue Hole. The journey was fraught with challenges, from navigating treacherous currents to contending with the crushing pressure of the deep. But as Eliza descended deeper into the abyss, she encountered a sight that sent a chill down her spine. A group of aggressive sharks lurking in the shadows, their razor-sharp teeth glinting ominously in the dim light. These were no ordinary sharks. They were apex predators, accustomed to ruling the depths ruthlessly. With her ascent path blocked and her oxygen supply dwindling rapidly, Eliza knew that she was facing the fight of her life. But even in the face of overwhelming odds, she refused to succumb to fear. Drawing on her years of training and experience, she summoned every ounce of strength and determination and prepared to confront the deadly predators head-on. As Eliza navigated the labyrinthine passages of the Blue Hole, she encountered one obstacle after another: narrow passages, hidden caves, and sudden drop-offs that threatened to swallow her whole. But with each challenge, she grew more determined to overcome the odds and return to the surface. Just when it seemed she could go no further, Eliza stumbled upon a hidden chamber deep within the bowels of the Blue Hole. Here, she made a startling discovery: a cache of ancient artifacts hidden away for centuries beneath the waves. The significance of her find was not lost on Eliza. It was a testament to the enduring mysteries of the ocean and the countless secrets it held. But as she marveled at her discovery, tragedy struck. A sudden disturbance in the water alerted Eliza to the presence of the sharks, which had followed her into the chamber. With nowhere to run and nowhere to hide, she found herself locked in a deadly game of cat and mouse, with the predators closing in on her from all sides. In a desperate bid to escape, Eliza fought with all her might, using every trick to outmaneuver the sharks and reach safety. But her efforts were in vain. The sharks were relentless, their primal instincts driving them ruthlessly to hunt down their prey. As the battle raged on, Eliza's oxygen supply dwindled to dangerously low levels, her lungs burning for air as she struggled to stay afloat. In a final act of defiance, she made a desperate dash for the surface, pushing her body to the brink of exhaustion in a bid to escape the jaws of death. But it was not to be. In the end, Eliza succumbed to her injuries, her lifeless body sinking silently into the depths of the Blue Hole. The vast and unforgiving ocean claimed another victim, leaving only echoes of a brave soul who dared to challenge its depths. After several hours, teams were sent into the water in submarines when she took too long to return. After a grueling search effort, her body was found, and all that had happened to her was recovered through the video recorder attached to her swimwear. As news of Eliza's tragic demise spread, the world mourned the loss of a true pioneer in free diving. Her courage and determination would live on as a testament to the indomitable spirit of human exploration, inspiring future generations to chart their course into the unknown depths of the ocean. As Dr. Alex Kim stood on the deck of the research vessel, the warm sun cast a golden glow over the vast expanse of the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. As a marine biologist specializing in shark behavior, Alex was about to embark on his career's most exciting field test. Korean Americans have always been drawn to the mysteries of the ocean. From a young age, he spent countless hours exploring the tide pools and rocky shores near his childhood home, fascinated by the diverse array of marine life that called the sea their home. As he grew older, Alex's passion for the ocean only deepened. He pursued a degree in marine biology, eager to unlock the secrets of the underwater world and gain a deeper understanding of its inhabitants. But it was his fascination with sharks that truly set Alex apart. Drawn to these enigmatic predators from an early age, he dedicated his career to studying their behavior and ecology, determined to shed light on the mysteries surrounding them. As he stood on the deck of the research vessel, preparing to embark on his latest field test, Alex felt a surge of excitement coursing through his veins. The Great Barrier Reef was a playground for marine biologists, teeming with life and ripe with opportunities for discovery. For years, Alex had been developing a revolutionary technique to communicate with sharks using sound frequencies. His groundbreaking research promised to unlock the secrets of these enigmatic predators, providing unprecedented insights into their behavior and communication patterns. Alex was in the water and equipped with an emergency buoyancy device. Alex activated the sound device and waited for a response. To his delight, a small reef shark appeared, drawn by the unfamiliar sound emanating from the device. With a sense of awe, Alex began communicating with the creature, marveling at the potential for interspecies understanding. That ought to have been enough, but no, he wanted more. Encouraged by the success of his initial test, he decided to push the boundaries further the next day. With the rest of the research team watching from the vessel's safety, Alex once again entered the water, this time determined to attract the attention of a giant, more formidable predator. Alex felt anticipation and a hint of trepidation as he descended into the water. He had successfully tested the device with smaller sharks the previous day, but this would be the first time he would attempt communication with a great white shark. As he activated the device, a sense of anticipation filled the air. Suddenly, a massive shadow emerged from the depths, a great white shark drawn by the powerful sound frequencies. Alex's heart raced as he realized what he had unleashed. The research team watched in awe as the colossal shark approached Alex, its movements both graceful and menacing. Concerned for his safety, they urged Alex to communicate with the creature and attempt to calm it down. But despite his best efforts, the shark continued to approach with alarming speed, its predatory instincts fully engaged. Desperation set in as Alex frantically pressed the button on his device, hoping to deter the shark's advance. But to his horror, the creature showed no signs of slowing down, its powerful tail propelling it forward with terrifying speed. Realizing he was running out of options, Alex reached for the emergency buoyancy device, determined to retreat to safety. But in his haste, his hand fumbled and he struggled to activate the mechanism. With the shark closing in, Alex knew he had only seconds to spare. Summoning all his strength and agility, he made a split-second decision to evade the impending attack. With lightning-fast reflexes, he swerved to the left, narrowly avoiding the razor-sharp teeth of the great white. The impact sent shockwaves through the water as the shark veered off course, momentarily disoriented by the sudden change in direction. Seizing the opportunity, Alex boldly confronted the creature head-on rather than flee. Drawing on his years of theoretical knowledge and swimming skills, Alex frantically tried to defuse the tense standoff. He spoke soothingly to the shark, hoping to convey his non-threatening intentions and diffuse the escalating tension. But the great white seemed undeterred, its eyes fixed on Alex with a steely determination that sent a chill down his spine. As the standoff continued, Alex knew he was running out of time. With each passing moment, the great white's aggression grew more pronounced, its powerful tail thrashing the water with increasing force. Desperate for a solution, Alex reached for his communication device again, hoping to find a way to bridge the gap between himself and the shark. With trembling hands, he activated the device again, sending out a series of signals in a last-ditch effort to establish a connection with the great white. To his surprise, the effect was immediate. As the sound waves washed over the shark, its aggressive demeanor softened, replaced by a sense of curiosity and intrigue. With renewed determination, Alex continued sending out signals, each more intricate and nuanced than the last. To his amazement, the great white responded in kind, its movements mirroring the patterns of the sound waves as if engaged in a delicate dance of communication. Alex knew that he had achieved something truly extraordinary. His encounter with the great white shark demonstrated the potential for human-shark communication and opened new avenues for scientific exploration and discovery. But as Alex emerged from the water, exhausted but exhilarated, he was acutely aware of the dangerous nature of his work. The line between success and catastrophe had been perilously thin, and he knew that one wrong move could have cost him his life.